Thank you for listening to the Begion of Loom podcast.
Welcome to the Begion of Loom podcast. We just Dougied our way in. What's happening,
How's it going, boys?
everyone out there, everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. This just in
Zero
people
viewer.
in the chat. That's okay.
Wait. Flinty doesn't have a job and he's not streaming this
we can't
live?
even get our own
Oh my
league
gosh.
mates into the chat. League mates, is that a thing?
League mates.
We call them league mates. What would you call them? Oh, Sam's doing editing while we're
Don't worry
live.
about
Live.
He's
editing.
really-
Live editing.
Live
He's
editing.
very present. He's BHN. Be here now, Sam.
Okay.
What's your name this year? Oh yeah,
Billy Zane.
Belly Zane. The belly in the mix.
Billy in the mix.
I like how they show that you're muted on
On the screen, but
Yeah.
they can hear us anyway.
right.
Magic.
Magic. We've got DRC in the house. DRC, what's up? Drunk Cal.
All right, start it over. The whole thing needs to start
Nope,
over.
we're good. Drunk Runt Cal.
Yeah, how's it going? Drunk Rug Cal here.
Drunk Rant Carl. What's happening, bro?
How's it going? Coming off a win, feeling good this week.
How are you? How are you? All right. And then the bros with the most over there. What's happening? Mixer, Belly.
What's up?
I scored my season low this last week.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do in fantasy football? Anyway.
Scored pretty low there. too.
Yeah. What's up there, Belly? What do you got going on? How'd you do?
I did pretty well.
You-
Twice as good as you did, actually. But
You beat a brother down, is what
I
you did.
did.
Wow.
Well,
Wait, is
my own
is
brother
that-
down.
Yeah,
Cultural?
That
no,
is cultural.
No, he beat his brother down. That's me.
Okay.
A brother. You're also a brother.
Okay.
He's even a brother,
Okay.
technically.
Oh my gosh.
So you beat me.
I don't know. He's not wearing his glasses.
Oh shit!
Now he's a brother.
Hey.
Yeah. Welcome to week 10 recap with the Begion of Loom. We're all here and we're going to talk about stuff. What's first on the agenda? We're going to hit right into news. Is that where we're going? We're
Yeah.
going to talk about, I mean, this is a crazy week, right?
This was, as far as fantasy scores, I don't think we've ever seen a cumulative Begion week like this before.
Super
Yeah.
duper.
Such low
Three-
scores for everybody.
Three teams that broke 100.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that before.
What's crazy is with, and we'll talk about it, with one exception, like everyone just like if you had like one of those slider bars and it was like your score, you just slid it down to like the 70% mark, and that's what happened.
Yeah, if we were to grade on Miss Dennis's bell curve,
Sure.
Oh man,
Sure.
you would have done well. Still the worst in the class.
Or like maybe Taco Bell's hot mild scale.
Okay.
We went from like, super hot down to
I could
just,
get into that.
between mild and mild. I'm just saying. So there was a lot of crazy news. Hit that drop there, Mix. Watch how fast he is on this.
Here we go.
Perfect. News.
Oh, so Drew Brees almost died this week, man.
He sure that did. Like, and he didn't even know it.
No.
No, it was well, I even made a comment in Begion chat that he got benched because there was no reason for him to come out. It seemed other than his poor play. He said that I guess at halftime that he didn't feel right and didn't want to come back in, but he wasn't playing very well. And then next thing you know, Jameis Winston's in, and it was kind of a non-story until after the game, and it's just like, oh shit.
What was it? 5 broken ribs?
5 broken
Collapsed
ribs,
lung.
3 on one side, 2 on the other, and a collapsed lung.
So
Yeah.
they showed the hit. They kept showing this hit, and it just looked. It looked.
Routine.
Yeah.
It looked very routine.
Yeah.
But he is like 50 years old now, so maybe.
Well, and you also saw Sean Payton come up to him and they had like an interaction too,
Yeah.
which I think at the time coach might have been almost telling him like, what's going on, man? Are
Right.
you being a puss? And Drew kept his helmet on the whole time. So it wasn't like he went to the tent. It wasn't like he stayed in the locker room. He was on the sidelines with his hands on his hips. And so it really looked like a benching.
It did, which I mean, he's a stud for that. To have his helmet on with half a chest bag working, I mean, you're doing great.
The guy went through facial reconstruction, so I don't know why you think he's a puss. All right.
You know, all I know is I'm going to start calling him Drew Breathes or doesn't breathe. I don't know.
Yeah. So it looked severely like a benching. All the commentators were trying to speculate as to what was going on, and yeah, it turns out poor dude, 5 cracked ribs, collapsed lung, out for the season, out for life might be.
The update I got today was we'll miss at least 2 weeks.
But how do you? I mean, come on.
That's the update I got today.
Well, I mean, if you die in a car wreck, you're gonna miss at least 2 weeks.
Correct.
So-
Yeah.
Hey, this just in. We have one viewer.
Whoa.
Wowie.
Who do we got? Who do we got? They need to
Live
comment.
viewer. Hey, viewer, how are you doing out there, viewer?
Here we
2
go.
viewers. Holy.
Oh,
We're killing it, boys.
Oh my gosh, viewers, welcome in. If you missed anything, we'll start at the beginning. I'm just kidding.
No.
We doubled our viewership
We
in a
did.
matter of
3
seconds.
viewers!
Quest for 4. Quest for 4. If we get 4 viewers, I will shit my pants on air.
Come on, get
Text
off
everybody you got.
Get
Text
off my
everybody
couch.
you got.
Get off my
If we-
couch.
Down
Yeah.
to 2 viewers.
No, I will shit your pants.
Down to 2. Oh,
5-0's
5-0's here.
in.
5-0's here. Oh my God, our number 1 viewer, the 5-0. He's a viewer of the week, by the way.
Yeah.
We're highlighting 5-0 for his viewership. And he's getting his family to log in, which is great. Bryce McLean
What's
is here.
up, buddy?
So what's up, Bryce?
Bryce.
You missed a really intense Drew Brees conversation if you're just joining us. But get ready to poop
Get
is
ready
what
to
5-0 says. So whole family getting on, which is great. Okay, so Drew Brees, thank you, sir, for your service. And
Get ready to poop. Oh, thanks. Yeah, bring that in. Yeah.
I did.
There we go.
All right. So what's else? What else we got?
Yeah,
in the
so
news?
commish came to us this week and said, let's each come with a news article. And I had a couple news articles that I was thinking about going for, but I decided to turn to the Steelers 9-0 record and our path to
I can't believe it.
Oh,
a
weird.
perfect season.
Hack.
Can we talk?
Heck.
Can I just bring this up as like when you say our
Yeah, I mean us.
and
yeah.
we
I mean we.
and us,
Yeah.
and
He
we're-
is just as much a part of the Steelers as anybody else.
I am as much of my life is dedicated to that organization as anybody's is.
but you caught me off guard because you walked in and you're like, dude, we're 9-0 and I'm like, oh, are we co-managing a league
Congrats,
together?
man.
I'm like, who did we kill in this pandemic? But no, it's you truly feel that you're a part of the Steeler Nation.
I
It's
really
Carl
do.
and the rest of the fans.
I really do.
Fans,
And
man.
you know what? I don't know if like you said, Steelers
What do we
Steelers
got?
Nation. I don't know if anybody else, if any other organization has the fandom like we do, where it really is such a unit that they make you feel like you're part of what's going on. The 12th Man is a similar thing where they make you feel like you really do matter.
Well, like I said, I was in Arizona and Scottsdale, and me and my wife went out to Cave Creek, and we're deep in the heart of Cardinals territory, and we drive by the black and gold, and we're like, what is going on here? And it was during a game. It must have been Sunday. It was Sunday, and it's during a game. We walk in, there's 150 people plus motorcycles out front, and they're all Steelers, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? We're deep in the heart of Arizona.
There's one of those in every state,
Yeah, it's
everywhere
crazy.
you go.
Yeah, because Arizona, they don't have like a weak fan following. It's big time down there. even.
I know.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
they
So
like
to
what they
have
got
that,
going on
that's-
right now, but
Through college and professional sports, they've got a lot down there.
this just in, we are up to 3 viewers again. So Sam, get
Nice.
ready to shit my
Yeah.
couch.
I got one in the chamber.
All right, thank you. I think that's actually just standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably easier to track when he
Honestly-
doesn't have
honestly,
Sam
it.
never
I
fully
can-
unloads.
I could deuce at any moment.
He never fully unloads.
Yeah. Because it's a defense mechanism. You know how like an octopus will shoot out ink?
Yeah.
right.
I'll just shit my
Sam
pants to
gets
get out of
punched,
situations.
He just diarrhea shits
Sam
himself.
is a he's
This
he's
is
really-
our pod.
he's-
This is
yeah,
our
you
pod?
said you wanted to hang out.
we're
for an
hanging
hour.
out.
We're
We're
hanging
hanging
out. We're hanging out. Keep-
Sam is a
Continue.
belt-fed machine gun.
He's in an alleyway. He's gonna get mugged. He's like, trip over that log, motherfucker. Yeah.
Glasses
Anyway.
are fogging up here.
All right. All right. So anyway, back to DRC's point.
Yeah, go ahead and pull up that.
there it is.
This is the remaining schedule for the Steelers. We've got at Jacksonville, which is down to Jake Ludden at quarterback. That should be an easy win.
Yeah, it's just at where?
Yeah. Versus Baltimore at home should be a win. Washington football team should be a win. Buffalo is really our only formidable
How about
opponent for the
Cleveland?
rest of the season.
Cleveland's defense has been looking
we
great.
just put up 36-10 on Cleveland this week.
You know, but I feel like they're just gonna. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I think that if we can get past the Bills, we've got a good shot at a 16-0 season.
Okay, hey Carl. Years ago, you may know this. The Patriots,
Yeah.
did their undefeated thing.
Mhm.
We know how that turned out. But I feel like some other teams have also had some opportunities to go undefeated, and then at the end they realize they have the number 1 seed locked in or whatever, and
So
so
rest
they
players.
rest guys because who cares?
Yeah, bring that back up.
Yeah, I will. Where's
W-
the rest
with
gonna
the
happen?
with the exception at Cleveland would be
Yeah.
the rest. Which our running backs and receivers are so deep that I think that we can sustain that. The only question is Mason Rudolph, really. And as long as he doesn't get helmets thrown at his head and doesn't throw interceptions, I think that we can win that football game
All right.
with our defense.
Win that football game resting guys.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I for one would love to see an.
And that
undefeated
doesn't mean
season
that I
happen.
think that we're going to win the Super Bowl. I fully expect if we go 16-0, I fully expect to lose in the Super Bowl.
To who?
Oh,
I don't know
think
to
you-
who, but it's just
Seattle.
I
it's
think you just
the-
lost your Wii card.
It is just the Steelers. It's just the Steelers' path to my life is they're going to juice me up and break my heart at the absolute crucial moment.
Okay.
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's what
actually
she said.
contradict you and say, like, all right, I'm totally behind seeing the Steelers run. I'm behind seeing the Seahawks run. And if they meet in this bowl, is that possible? By the way,
Yes, it's happened 2005.
yep. So if they meet in the bowl, awesome. I don't know who I'll root for, but it'll be a hell of a party on Zoom. It'll be great.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Hell
all right,
yeah.
Yeah, in late March.
all right, Mix. What do you got for us? You're
Well, this just in as well. Russell Wilson has decided to throw interceptions rather than win the MVP award.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For real.
bring that picture up.
Yeah, here he is.
This is a live look at Russell Wilson right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
This is we're actually deep inside Russell Wilson's dreams.
We are inceptioning Russell
Nightmares.
Wilson right now.
Yeah, we are
Reception.
inceptioning his
Yeah,
guys,
so-
in receptioning.
I'm watching the game on Sunday, and there's a point where he's scrambling a little bit of pressure put on him, and it's wide open. You're like, oh man, he's gonna bust another 50-yard run like he likes to do, and he's and just breaks the hearts of the defenses and stuff. And then he just threw the ball like across his body.
The one in the end zone.
Yeah, like,
And if you look at that
what?
route, Will Disley is open for 15 yards
Yeah,
before that,
like-
before he throws the ball.
waving his hand.
Yeah.
And anyway, a couple interceptions like that. Like one was there one when he was falling down
Mhm.
or something? And anyway, just totally uncharacteristic of Russell Wilson. It dropped him probably down into 4th in the running.
The
for
issue
MVP,
with the
you know?
Seahawks, I feel like, is that you were, as you know, if you're a Seahawks fan, or if in the Northwest here, we watch the Hawks. I'm a fair weather fan for sure, but issue with them is you always feel like they have to be down in
Mhm.
order for them to win. And so when you see them get down by a few points, you're like, oh, thank God, we're gonna have that 4th quarter comeback.
Yep.
And they don't. And they didn't this time, which was kind of unfortunate. But I think Wilson.
It is weird to watch. I mean, I hate the Seahawks like, I don't know, say 21 Dump Streak hates Nancy Pelosi.
Jeez.
Whoa.
That could be the best analogy ever.
Whoa.
And
Continue.
and for me, it is weird
Sorry.
to watch the
Drunk Carl
Seahawks.
moment.
It is weird to watch the Seahawks playing like they're playing right now because I just expect them to play like shit for 3 quarters and win a game.
Well, you know that off as much as they like to talk and be nice, you know that Russell Wilson goes out there and he's like, crap, I got to score 53 points.
Yeah.
Because that defense is giving up 52.
Defense
Like,
bad.
guaranteed.
Defense is bad.
Do you guys know how many interceptions Russell Wilson has thrown?
Is it 6 now?
Actually, I think it's unlimited.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Well, I still think they have a road to obviously to the playoffs, and then we'll see. Their defense needs to tighten up for sure, though. Last in the news is Mr. Stafford. Who I love this guy. How can you not love this guy? I love him so much that I draft him unrealistically.
Look at how much in that picture. Look at how much bigger his right arm looks than his left arm.
It really does. It really. There's an issue there. There's a Stafford issue, but he tears a couple ligaments in his thumb. Still gonna play, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
looks like he's still gonna play.
He's a tough dude. Stafford on the Lions has never been able to kind of elevate. He's a great quarterback. He makes mistakes. He throws interceptions.
He wins fucking games.
But he
though.
wins, especially 2-minute drills. He is awesome. And I wish, I don't know what the story for the Lions is going to be going forward. I don't see them obviously making the bowl this year, or I just don't know. And he doesn't have many more years left. How old is that dude? 38?
I don't know. I would say 33 or 4 probably.
No, I don't think he's that young. Let me check. But obviously he's
32.
Yeah.
Is that
32.
no shit? Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
No,
He's got
he
8
just
more
needs to
years.
get onto a different organization is what he needs.
Or the organization. Didn't you think that Matt Patricia would bring in
No.
some?
No. I hate defensive-minded head coaches.
Why?
They've just never worked. Never.
But you think that he would bring in kind of like he watched Bill Belichick talk the whole, you'd think he'd be like, oh, I remember what Bill would say in this situation.
Yeah, but that's Bill.
He'd go,
No, that's what everyone says
hey
is,
guys, you need to go
is
out there
these
and
guys
play."
that leave the organization and try to reduplicate what happens in that building can't be done because that's Bill. Bill's the only guy that can do that.
Well, apparently me and the Lions organization are both idiots because they paid for that shit. So.
They did.
All right. Well, that's news. That's news.
That's the news. All right, let's last week's matchups. Let's talk about
Last week's matchups there, Mix.
Dude.
Try to be a pro pod here. I'll do it.
Last week's matchups.
Sounds exactly like what we paid to get.
those. Yep.
Yeah.
Uniballer defeated I Forgot Why I'm Here 82-67. Top performer in this matchup goes to Uniballer, who had Marvin Jones with 19.6 points. He also had Keelan Cole get 19.2. I Forgot Why I'm Here had Malcolm Brown get him 18, but he had 5 positions with under 5 points, including 0 from Jimmy Graham. Uniballer gets this win, despite also having 2 players get 0.
Yeah.
But look at those scores. They're amazing. I like the projected. The projected was actually a lot better than what actually happened, especially with I Forgot Why I'm Here.
No doubt.
94.
You guys, I'm gonna throw I Forgot Why I'm Here under the bus right now.
Yeah.
Watch the Seahawks game with him.
Yeah.
Dude was cheering for the Rams the whole time.
Really?
What?
I forgot why I'm here was?
The
Yeah.
guy who built the
He
kingdom.
built the kingdom.
Because he had Jared Goff as his quarterback and he had Malcolm Brown as his running back. So anytime the Rams did something cool, he was like, yeah.
It is. And I've said it to commish that fantasy football will taint your moral integrity like nothing else does. And I remember the situation that I told commish is that Kareem Hunt was going off and I was playing him in another league, and I hate Kareem Hunt for what he did. I don't respect him as a man, and I think he's a terrible person, but I've never been like, go Kareem Hunt until he's on your team. And it's it'll change you as a person.
It breaks
Yeah, just
allegiances.
Takes
Yeah.
the
It
guy
really
while he's
does.
down.
It really does. But yeah, I mean, this week was rough. It was a rough week. I had a bench. Well, I'll talk about me later. What's next?
Yeah, we'll get to you. Parrot Heads takes down Otto 135-98. Top scorer this week. Parrot Heads, who was the bottom of the league.
How is this not matchup of the week with Parrot Heads?
I got a different one.
Coming from literally the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, Parrot Heads had top performer in guess who? Tom Brady.
Gag.
With 31 points. Parrot Heads also had two positions, only had two positions not break double digits. Otto had two players break 20, Lamar Jackson and Antonio Gibson. Congrats to Parrot Heads on being or not being last place in the league.
Ooh.
Yeah, congrats.
All right. Next up, we got Team Dumpster Pilot, which 21 Dump Streak beats the Mixer 93-66. Mixer, you did have top performer with DeAndre Hopkins with that miracle catch at the end of the game.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
To end with 22 points. Dumpster had the more consistent team. Pretty good showing.
Yeah,
from his
more
wide
consistent. He had 2.5 out of Ingram, whereas Chad Mix had 0.
right.
Yeah, Dumpster's in the
How
chat
to
too.
cook.
Go ahead and throw out some trash talk if you want to say something, buddy.
Dumpster, you know, I will put this out right now. One of the most sustainable teams.
Oof.
Oh, curse of the commish.
No, I just
Anyway,
like saying sustainable
he
every
had
time.
a couple of good receivers who both put up 18 and Colts defense with 10. Why don't you take us through your loss there, Mixer? How are you feeling?
Well, it's kind of devastating. I was projected to score twice as many points as I did score, and then of course this hard-hitting loss dropped me from second place into second place. So
Good point.
I'm feeling pretty down.
Wow.
No,
Well,
but- no,
look,
but
third place
seriously,
is waiting for you.
Yeah,
Third place is waiting.
It would have been nice to get a win this week because I played Derona, which he's projected really well. We won't go into details just yet. And then I face Flinty again in a couple of weeks. And so, you know,
You
I can
needed
see
that
myself
W.
in third, fourth, fifth. I mean, I'm going to make the playoffs, but yeah,
Right.
be nice to have that first round bye and go to a Zoom meeting, fancy boys dinner.
Hell yeah.
That's not a guarantee, bro. Sorry.
All right, we got DRC nearly doubles up. Cripple Me Elmo 128-67. DRC with top performer 30.9. That was Kyler Murray, right? Because I forgot to put that.
Yep.
I would.
Yep.
Yeah.
DRC had two other players break 20 points, including 27 from Bell Cow Josh Jacobs, who must have heard your rant last week.
Did I go off on Josh Jacobs last
Dude,
week?
you don't remember?
I have no recollection.
Remember
of this whatsoever.
heroin user?
Yeah,
Oh.
you went off on Josh Jacobs.
No, that's
You went off
Darren
on the
Waller.
Raiders. No, I
right,
know.
but you
You went
started
off
it
on the
with
Raiders.
Oh, okay.
yeah. You're like, this is what I wanted to happen, and this is what is happening.
They were supposed to make him a star, but instead,
Heroin addict.
heroin addict Darren Waller.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's now it's starting to come back to me. I
Yeah,
apologize.
that rant.
Well, you know
I
what?
saw that
It's for the brand that I get blackout drunk every week. So
Right. Cripple Mielo, only two players over 10 points.
Ouch.
Yeah, not so good.
Yeah, not so good, but pretty good, in my opinion. Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. Worst matchup.
Yeah. Hit the drop there, Mix.
Being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Worst matchup.
So this is like your fourth or fifth worst matchup of the year. This whole week was a downer for points, but I scored 88 points and still beat you by 40. If Parrot Heads hadn't have scored 39 last week, Commish, you would have the lowest score on the season.
Yeah. If, but Parrot Heads is still the worst.
Right. So you had 14 points from Watson, 11 from Slayton, and the rest of your team was 5 points or less.
Michael fucking Thomas.
Didn't you trade for him?
Of course I did.
How much did you give up?
D Mooney. I didn't give much up. It was a good trade. Ebron,
Was it?
Texans. And look at my bench. My bench is shit. Kenyon Drake, who I left there because why wouldn't I? And then Jonnu Smith, who obviously it didn't matter. None of that mattered. Never would have caught up with any of those bench players. It's just this is the worst team I've ever freaking rostered. Ever. I don't even know what to do with it. As a matter of fact, when I look back on this in 5 years, I'll be like, what happened? And by the way, this team, for the most part, like I'd say 50% of it is not my drafted team. So I've been trying to pivot since I drafted. Like Deshaun Watson, trade. Jonathan Taylor, drafted. Zach Moss, wire. Slayton, wire. Michael Thomas, trade. Mooney, who the fuck is that guy? I don't even know. Wire. Ebron, wire.
Yeah, no, because I dropped him.
Singletary, trade. Texans, wire. So, I mean, I literally have one player for my draft, and my draft was terrible. Le'Veon Bell, Kenny Drake I drafted. Mixon I drafted, but Mixon has absolutely killed me. He was a first-round draft.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no coming back from this level of horrificness, and I don't even care, to be honest with you. I do care, but at this point, it's like, can I get in the consolation bracket? Can I move up in the draft position next year? It's hard to draft from the 11th position. I actually probably would have rather drafted from the 12th so that I could have
back-to-back.
Yeah, well, drafted. Well, of course, I would have rather drafted from the 12th. It would have meant that I was the champion of the league, but yeah, back-to-back picks would have been much easier than kind of that like pick back-to-back, and then kind of you're picking like you're trying to choose between the cream of the crop of the second tier, and it just didn't work.
I mean, this feels like a bunch of bull crap because I drafted from number 10 and I'm doing fine.
You're not. Here's the deal: you're doing fine because what's the level of attrition from the first round? Zeke Elliott, his teams just fell apart. Saquon Barkley gone.
Christian McCaffrey gone.
Christian McCaffrey gone for most of the season.
Mike Thomas is in the first round.
Mike Thomas gone. Alvin Kamara, probably he's kind of been bounced back, but he's solid. I feel good starting him. Who else?
Dalvin Cook has worked out.
Insane.
Josh Jacobs is an up and down player.
Josh Jacobs, I would still say second round pick kind of level as far as
I picked him in the first.
I know, but as far as capital, second round. Who else? And we're at 8. DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey.
We already said that. Hopkins, Hopkins again, kind of.
And then end of that would be
Mixon.
Mahomes got picked at 12 in the first round.
And Lamar Jackson's been terrible. I mean, it was a rough pick for the entire first round. So to your point, Sam, you got lucky.
Unless you were the Dalvin Cook picker.
My first pick?
Dalvin Cook?
Oh, that's me.
That was mixed.
Who was your first
My first pick was Chubb, probably.
Nick Chubb. Oh, we forgot about Chubb.
Who I traded
had his
away.
injury history this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Who missed, 3 weeks?
Anyway, I guess what I can say is like, fine, to your point, fine. It just went all downhill from there. I couldn't formulate a team that actually like had any stats. I didn't like my team at the beginning of the season. I hate it now, so we all have bad years. That's the way it goes. I mean,
that's true.
The way it goes.
All right, matchup of the week. Wow. Anybody want to?
Matchup of the week.
It's just in. We have 2 viewers still. I don't even know why. Oh, we have comments. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think that 5-0 realizes that we don't see the heart reacts come up.
I'm going to heart drop record on that in the chat, and he says dropping a dump.
No, I'm going to hard drop record that in the chat.
Oh, record. Yeah. Well,
or maybe record that thing. Hey, English language.
English language. Same word means different words.
So number 1 gets number 2'd on by number 3.
What?
Derona defeats Flinty Fister Roboto 115-96.
Wow. Fister just on a spiral down into just the playoffs.
Right. Alvin Kamara, the top performer with 31 points for the Rona. Diggs and Roethlisberger also had 20 plus points. Flinty gets screwed by his own Chubb, who ditches out on the 1 yard line on an easy score at the end of that game.
Yeah. Would that have done it?
I watched his
it was a
interview.
Long run.
It was like a 75-yard run or something like that. And then he ran out of bounds, which stopped the clock, so that he said that he forgot until the 5 yard line that he was not supposed to score. So he said that at 230 pounds, he couldn't stop in 5 yards to drop down and keep the clock running. So he said he had to run out of bounds and stop the clock so that they could get back together and kneel out the clock.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where it's better not to score than it is to score,
Well,
so he can run the clock
Because
out.
who was it that ended up losing because they scored? It was the Falcons
Todd Gurley scored for the Falcons. Yeah.
which gave the ball back to the other
The
team.
losing
And
team,
then,
And then they came back and scored. Yeah.
So, because I confess I had to I looked it up because I'm like, wait, why did he run out? Because I didn't watch the game or anything. And then they explained it. It was like, because he ran out, they're able to kneel down because the other team didn't have any timeouts. And so it makes sense. But as, fantasy owners and stuff, we
And we already know that NFL players don't give a flying rip about fantasy football.
Well,
and
they
shouldn't.
should.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
I mean, they really should, though, with how much money it brings to the NFL.
How about just your own self as a selfish ass? If you're like a great fantasy football producer,
Juju Smith-Schuster says that he never picks himself.
well, that's smart.
Really?
Yeah.
Especially for the last 2 years. That's genius.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Damn.
All right, that's it for matchups for me, man.
All right.
History with Mixer.
All right. I can't wait for some history, finally.
History with Mixer.
This, by the way, is Bryce's in the chat. I think Bryce's favorite segment for some obscure
I'll tell you why,
mind-altering
because
reason.
it starts with a great sound drop and it ends with us not having to hear about history.
So,
I wish you could pan. By the way, I love that we catch Belly the whole time, just fully tweeting or whatever he does.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Belly.
Oh, no.
There's real
no.
belly going on.
No.
Oh my god. It's like the Sarlacc pit.
yeah. So, that's a little cross pod.
Cross-pod nation.
So, I thought I'd look up like funniest moments in NFL history, and it struck me that the very first thing that comes up, and I don't know if we even need to read any of the details, but do you guys remember Rush Limbaugh, the analyst?
No.
Wait, what?
You don't?
No.
You don't either?
I don't.
I know.
Seriously. Oh, all right.
I remember Rush Limbaugh, the pill popper, but I
you don't remember him making some off-colored comments about Donovan McNabb and
like
No, probably on-color comments about Donovan McNabb.
True.
about color comments.
about color. Yeah, exactly. About color. You don't
know,
remember he was
well,
he was
you
on
don't
Monday Night Football or whatever.
No, I have no.
So they brought him in as a color commentator. No pun intended.
Jeez.
All right. So whether you love Limbaugh's brand of fire and brimstone radio or not, you have to admit that his run as an NFL analyst was less than well thought out. It's so bad that Commish has blocked it out. Limbaugh was fired over racially divisive comments regarding the Eagles quarterback Donovan McNabb. Not his proudest moment.
Go on.
You don't remember this?
No. I mean,
Do
at
you
one
remember-
point, I was, not fully into football.
You remember because they also did a Dennis Miller
I
experiment?
do remember Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller, I remember more, but I don't remember like specific instances where I just remember when they went to Miller, he'd be like, yeah, anyway, why is he throwing that pigskin around? I'm like, he was doing like Saturday Night Live on NFL or Monday Night Football.
Weekend
and it was,
update.
yeah.
On Monday
Yeah.
night.
Whereas when they cut to Rush Limbaugh, he talked about people's race.
Yeah. He's like, look at that black guy throwing the ball.
Yeah. that actually sounds just like him.
Thank you.
No, please stop.
Coast to coast.
All right. Do you guys I'm sure Carl remembers this because it's an AFC thing. It's one of his favorite teams, the Jets, the butt fumble.
Oh, one of the best of
That's
all
a good
time.
one.
Yeah.
The worst things you can do with your butt.
What are you talking about, Sam?
Tell us more.
I'm going to pop a couple pills over here.
So if you were driving when you heard about the infamous butt fumble play, you probably have high auto insurance now.
Oh, because you wrecked.
You got wrecked.
You got wrecked in the butthole.
Yeah.
because Aaron
Whoa.
Rodgers, Jets rival, is now a State Farm agent.
So
That
Mark's-
was a drunk Carl double check right there.
Mark Sanchez, who was then the quarterback of the Jets, takes a snap.
More famously from Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, you're right.
And also,
More
also,
success in
he
Dancing
was
with the Stars.
just a couple weeks ago, unmasked on The Masked Singer.
Oh, Sanchez making his rounds.
Dirty Sanchez.
And now we know that Belly watches The Masked Singer.
It's a good show.
This just in, we're down to one viewer.
Oh,
live.
Bryce, tell me it's not you.
I think it's Bryce. He loved this. He already
I
said.
mean, tell me
Bryce
it's not
says,
Tell
you
me
that
it is
left.
you.
Yeah.
Bryce says super underrated segment, and I think that he just means all of this.
Thank you.
He just
Sir.
wants it to be rated. That's all.
yeah.
Okay.
Super
So-
under racist.
Super unrated segment.
Super under racist segment. Oh man.
So Sanchez runs directly into the butt of his center, fumbles the ball, which gets returned for a touchdown by guess who? The
Bears,
Patriots. Come on.
Patriots.
Of course.
I don't remember. I don't care.
All right. The 2008 Detroit Lions. Anyone?
Yeah, 0-16. Mark Orlovsky running out of bounds.
Yeah. Yep. They were only the second team in NFL history to go winless, right alongside the creamsicle 76 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Creamsicle.
Didn't Cleveland go 0-16 too? Like not.
In 76, that's
Either
well,
Cleveland or the
they may have
Bengals did, yeah.
since.
Creamsicle's like the 1970s version of like pansies or something. Like, yeah, the creamsicles out there running around. Here come the creamsicles. Oh, they're about to melt under the heat of the
that's
Detroit
just-
sun.
It was the color of their uniforms.
Sorry.
Just because they couldn't. Never
Nah.
mind.
It was a physical description of their uniforms.
I thought it was about their play.
How about this is one of our favorites here in the Great Northwest. Tony Romo's botched
Oh,
hold.
yeah.
2007 Dallas Cowboys. They're playing the Seahawks in the playoffs. Cowboys just needed an easy field goal, and Romo botched the hold. And so now, what is Romo known for? Being a prophet in predicting plays
He really
as
is.
a commentator.
I'm gonna be honest. He's
What
the
a-
best
what
commentator
a
in the world.
Stud analyst.
Freaking
stud.
weird,
Like if I was drafting commentators,
right?
yeah, he'd be 1.1.
Al
This just-
Michaels, are you shitting me?
No, I take Romo over that.
Get out of here.
Al Michaels, he's too old, long in the tooth, especially if this is
No, he's got the
if this is a
experience.
dynasty.
He's got
league,
the experience and another 15 years in
this-
the pocket. You're
Chris
out of your mind.
Chris Collinsworth, Al Michaels. If this is a dynasty league, I don't have them for 5 more years.
Al Michaels has
I'm
carried
grabbing
Chris
Tony
Collinsworth
Romo.
for 10 years.
I'm grabbing Tony Romo and
There
going
is a
all the way
guy.
into 2030. All right.
So what are the parameters here? Like you need to win one game with analyzing. It's
Tony
Romo.
Romo. One thing.
No, what
Al
about
Michaels,
Chris Berman?
Yeah, thank you.
what about Booger?
oh,
I'll take
geez.
Jason Witten for 15. Alex.
Remember when do you remember that was last year when
Yeah.
Booger was on the
Remember?
robo arm over the
Yes.
field?
Yes.
Like I just wanted to see Booger like actually get into a play via the bucket. Like the bucket dumps into the middle of
Yes.
a running
Well, they
play.
only cut to Booger because Jason Witten was an analyst for that
Oh,
one
oh
year
gosh, that
and,
was
and
horrible.
could barely
And
carry his
his
own
close-
sentences.
yeah.
So,
There's only one thing thinner than Jason Witten's commentating, and that's his hair.
So do you remember who chased Romo down from behind?
What? Oh, Chris Collinsworth.
Jordan Babineau.
who you met, right?
Yes,
on a
pull-
golf course.
I have
or
a picture
some
in the
weird
chat.
crap?
Oh wow! So you
The
were like,
chat. It's
so,
in the chat. Pull
It's
the
in the chat.
picture.
Pull it up.
so you know that when it's in the what chat?
So
The brother chat.
basically, Belly has
Me and Jordan
nailed
Babineau.
Romo from behind.
Yeah.
Basically,
Did you ask him like what did Romo's ass look
yeah.
like?
Well,
No,
like,
so-
how did it?
When you were closing,
I
on that,
shook the hand of the man that slapped the ass of Tony Romo
That's
after he got fumbled.
the prophet.
Yeah. So we went to some Seahawk festival thing out in Ocean Shores. Washington. And
By the way,
Jordan-
shithole.
yeah, open source, Washington.
Open source. Wait, you were in South Kelso with
Yeah.
Jordan Babineau?
Anyway, so he was doing a charity golf tournament there, and I happen to know the person that knew the person that was
That
Doing-
saw the
putting-
person.
that was putting the tournament together, and they made sure that I got on Jordan Babineau's team, and Jordan and I shared a golf cart for the day.
Wow. I mean, what did you learn about this? I mean,
I learned that he's very good at golf.
is he good?
Yeah, he plays pro-am tournaments.
So Babineau's French then?
Or yeah.
Babineau.
There he is. There it is.
There we go.
Also, this was back.
Oh, he looks way smaller than I thought he would.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm huge, but
You really dwarf an athletic
Yeah.
black man.
Yeah. this was before weed was legal
Dwarf
in
on
Washington.
Dwarf on golf.
Dwarf on golf.
You really dwarf.
Yeah, this was before weed was legal in Washington, and as soon as we got out of sight of the clubhouse, pulls out a big fat blunt.
Oh, did you call the cops immediately?
No.
Immediately?
No.
He's like, hey, man, this is why I'm so good at golf.
Well, there goes
I
your
don't
chance at
care.
your neighborhood watch.
And yeah,
That was pretty
Anyway.
fun, though. That's good. Good for you,
nice
Sam.
guy, super cool guy.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
So,
All right. Sorry, Mix. Continue with your history.
all right.
We went on a tangent.
No, that's fine. So, back in 1964,
Sorry, I don't know why I laughed at that.
the Vikings are playing the 49ers, and the 49ers fumble the ball.
Is this the
And Jim Marshall for the Vikings
Yeah.
picks up the ball and rumbles 66 yards to the house. The only problem is
Wrong
it
guy.
was the wrong house.
yeah.
He throws the ball out of the back of the end zone in celebration, thereby resulting in a safety against himself and his team.
Can you imagine being that stupid?
Oh,
He said that his teammates were chasing him down, yelling at him to
Yeah.
stop, but all he
Stop.
could hear was them
Stop.
yelling at him. So he's just
Stop.
running.
Yeah.
Like, y'all keep going, man. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know that this necessarily
1964. So what celebration would they have done in 1964?
Martin Luther King's death.
Okay.
jeez.
I so
I don't know how you reenact that.
Carl moment.
Is that?
We're
All right,
gonna
moving
get
on.
canceled before we even.
Yeah,
start.
so-
That's fine. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, what celebration? Because a lot of times it's all very topical.
well, the Vietnam War was going on.
There you go. So
Yeah,
let's bring it up a notch.
Just even worse.
So,
Perfect.
So yeah, so he scores, right? And then the
I think-
49ers players come down to celebrate, and they act like they're burning a village.
Yeah, right,
And then
right,
all the
right.
Vikings players fall down and die.
Right.
Oh, I see what you were going for now. I thought what we were going for was retaliation.
Jeez.
Oh, moving on. This just in, we're down to one viewer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bryce.
I don't
So-
even know if it's Bryce. Bryce,
so
if you're still with us,
I feel
comment.
like maybe we don't need to talk about this one a whole lot, and all I just have to say is Jamarcus Russell.
yeah. Good segment.
Yeah. So, so yeah, I think we know what happened with Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell, he was a quarterback for LSU Tigers, gets drafted.
101, right?
Yeah. Yes. And gets drafted, promptly balloons up to 300 pounds and just out of the league. Like he just it was the worst, maybe the worst draft pick ever.
That
Like,
guy, though,
He ate his signing bonus, which
yeah,
is great.
he did. That guy, though, when he got drafted, there was a video of him on one knee
Yeah.
with a football throwing the ball 75 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he so many things about him. Where you're like, yeah, draft that guy.
Yeah.
Like he's one of a kind. And he was.
He's like, I'm going to become two of a kind.
Yeah, that's right.
Bryce is still here.
All
Bryce
right
is in
on.
the room.
So
Loyal
yeah, he
ass.
played He played a total of 31 games in his career,
Thanks, Bryce.
That's
Thanks,
31
Bryce.
more games than I played.
which
Sorry about your life, bro.
incidentally is 31 is
Sorry about your life, bro.
31 is
Get better friends and better shit to do, dude.
Anyway,
At
yeah.
least Zach is playing World of Warcraft right now.
All right, and the last one we'll finish up with is Deflategate.
Wow. I loved how Mix came in. He's like, I don't have much history tonight. And it's like, yeah,
Longest segment.
longest segment ever.
Well, I also have the entire internet at my disposal, so I can keep going if you'd like.
Yeah.
Twist.
All right, go ahead.
No, that's it, really.
Deflategate.
Deflategate. We know what that is, right? Carl, what's Deflategate?
Patriots were deflating balls somewhere in the organization that helped them or hurt the other team, and it sucks. And
Tom Brady was
So
actually
does
like
this
feeling
segment.
going, yeah.
So the game in question, I remember it. It was like the AFC Championship, or it was the divisional game
yeah, it
against
was
the Colts.
it was
and-
like 3 games in
and-
the playoffs,
and they won 44-12 or so. I mean, it was
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then it was like, well, they cheated because of these underinflated balls.
balls were deflated by like 3 psi or something.
I don't know if the Colts score another
More like
35
BSI.
points. If
Yeah.
So anyway.
These floppy ass balls.
What are we gonna do? Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
Crap
that
sakes.
concludes
That's been
History.
history with
Mixer.
Mixer. All right. What's next?
Whatever you want, man. We could do.
We've got a soundboard with 1 drop on it.
Yeah, a soundboard with 1 drop.
We
why
could
don't you
do meme
say-
of the week. Do you have a video?
I do have a video.
Meme of the week.
And it's fully edited, right? Because I just pulled
Sure.
it off. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Sure. Now, what we have here, folks, is a
Oh.
video. Of
It's
a
just the
meme.
video. If you want me to run it, I'll run it.
No,
Welcome
run it.
to our league. This is what happens in our league. Rarely.
So, let's set this up, though.
All right, go ahead.
Last week, I boldly declared that I was going to win out the rest of the season, finish 9-4, starting with beating the commish this last weekend.
Mhm.
And he water bet me that I wouldn't beat him. And then he only scored 49 points and I beat him. So
Man,
You-
I
you-
really remember nothing from last
You
week.
don't,
you don't remember this either?
You gotta go back and
Damn.
watch it, bro. It's a good one.
You don't go into any game not betting on yourself unless you're a real Carl. So what do we got? Ready?
Roll it.
Here comes what happened earlier tonight, whereas I had changed my wardrobe, and which was essentially turning my shirt inside out. But here it goes.
Spin cycle.
Perfect.
Spin cycle.
Spin cycle. Okay, here we go. I'm commish, and I'm paying up with my water bet. Spin cycle.
1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, and 5.
That's a very tight turn. I gotta
Whoa.
say.
Railing goes.
Could be.
That is an abyss down there too.
You guys have to know that that's a 30-foot drop. So if he
Yeah.
goes over that railing, its commission's done for the season.
Dead. Well, Commish is done for the season. I have to be honest with you.
That's true.
Commish can't win a game. Commish can't win a game. I can't wait until I change all the rules next year in my favor. But there you go. If you make a bet in your league, you pay up most of the time. Some of the time.
Unless it's last season.
Once. You pay up once. I was shamed into it.
You sure
We had
were.
everything up and loaded, so apparently I had to make it happen.
So, do you want to go straight into commish picks off of that?
Yeah. You're trying to beat me down tonight because I saw the notes.
Did you? I
Bitch.
almost didn't put the notes, update the notes. So this could be a surprise to you.
You know what?
Commish picks.
You know what I just thought about before we do commish picks is commish bitching about his draft. Does anyone have more of a right to bitch about their draft than me? Does anyone remember the draft?
No.
I was in the worst shape I've ever been in. It was my girlfriend's birthday the night before, and I was so miserably hungover. I spent most of the draft out on
Asleep
the
on the couch.
out
yeah.
on the deck, with the
We had to-
wiener dog
We had to wake you up in between
taking a
picks.
nap. Yeah,
Like,
DRC, no, shut up, man. Shut up.
that is such a
That's not an
Biden thing to
excuse.
say.
That's not an excuse.
Shut up, man.
I'm talking here, man.
You clown.
All right,
No,
moving
go on. So you're telling him to shut up because you're gonna rebut.
No, I'm not going to touch
he's
his
just-
butt.
He just gets to tell me to shut up. That's how our relationship works.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Oh, hey,
you guys know.
GRC, where are you sleeping tonight, huh?
Shut
Oh,
up.
that's right. Shut up.
So the commish, after going 6-0
Hmm.
the week before, commish goes 0-6
I think
this
that's.
week.
I think that's beautiful. I think
There's
that's
symmetry.
beautiful.
There's symmetry there.
So you went from
0-6.
you
Oh
went
my
from above
God.
500 to below 500.
Well, no
25, 29 on the season. And that brings us to our first matchup.
All right.
Belly
Well,
Zane versus Otto.
Belly Zane versus the Auto Man, which I don't even know. You know what? I'm not even. Can I do no look? No look,
Sure.
no peek on these?
Sure.
That's what I'm going to do this time.
You
So
can't
first-
do it. You can't possibly do any worse.
Oh, shut the I couldn't possibly do any better from the week before, you ass munch.
That's true.
I'm going no look on this. No look. What'd you say?
Belly Zane and Otto.
Belly Zane. I'll give you the nod. I'm not a dick. I'm not trying to lose over here, except that I'm always losing. All right, next. Let's go. Rapid fire on these
Fister
things.
Roboto 21 dump streak.
Damn. I do want to look at that team, though. I do want to look at that matchup. Do the fans want to look at the match? Can you tell me the matchup from there? No.
Do you want to know?
Somebody
You
talk.
get-
Do you want to know the
talk,
projection?
talk me
one-
through it. Talk me through it.
All right.
So what we have here is
A matchup between
match-
We're
Yeah.
Fister and Dumpster right now.
Yeah.
a matchup between perhaps the deadliest member of our league versus the least deadly member of our league.
Yeah.
Oh, don't talk about dump streak like that.
Dumpster's a 6-4 team right now. He's got
I know. That's why I said that's why I need some tips
the
here.
current
It's,
projection.
I know, I'm talking about
88%
physically in the
Fister,
real world.
11%.
Danger.
Oh, I get that.
88%, 89% Fister, 11% Dumpster right now. Fister's rocking Justin Herbert at
Jeez.
quarterback.
He's got a 30 burger projected.
The only
over.
reason I pause
Oh,
here
no,
is
hold on. So Dumpster doesn't have a tight end in current.
so it's going to go up to like 70 to 30. So that's
Yeah.
fine. So the only reason I pause is because Dump Streak is on a roll here, a little
Yep.
bit of an upward trend. He just took you out. Now, I don't know if that is more of you took yourself out with the low score, but
He took me out scoring fewer than 100 points. So
I know.
Yeah.
Fister, I think Fister is tough to.
So how about this? Let me tell you this. Does a team with these players, does this sound like a winning team? Justin Herbert, Miles Sanders, Robbie Anderson, Christian Kirk, James Robinson.
No.
That's Fister's team.
That's Fister's
That's
team or is
Fister's
that
team.
21's team?
That's Fister's
That's
team.
what are
Fister's
you?
team.
Okay, read me Dump Streak then.
We're looking at different Fisters.
Is that last week or this? I think you read 21's team.
No, that
No.
is
So,
Fister's team this
I'm
week.
seeing Herbert, Sanders, Chubb, Metcalf.
I was skipping.
Anderson.
I was
Oh, he's
skipping
skipping.
guys.
You were okay.
I was skipping guys, but
No,
I was
that-
just
that-
saying.
So do the same thing with 21. I want
uh,
to see.
guys. So he's got
Skip.
Tannehill at quarterback, James Conner at running back, Brandon Cooks, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Edmonds.
Give me the whole goddamn team. Come on.
I mean, you're hitting the low
Juju
points with
Smith-Schuster.
those.
All right, Fister, move on.
Um,
I gotta pick some winning
I-
bets. An
I-
0-6. Come on.
I forgot why I'm here versus DRC.
No look, no peek. DRC.
Rona versus the Mix.
Give me one. No, I'm going the mix on that one. Rona can't win.
That's actually a really close matchup as far as
I don't care.
sleeper projection.
Yeah,
I'll give you Kamara versus Dalvin Cook.
Cook.
All right. Cripple Me Elmo versus the Uniballer. The
Give me two.
Disabled Bowl. Number
Give me
two.
two. Minus bowl.
The minus bowl.
Cripple Me Elmo currently doesn't have.
Give me
his
two. Give me
roster
two
filled
guys
out.
versus right now.
Here you go. Leonard Fournette against Burkhead.
Give me two more.
backups.
Give me two more.
Edwards-Helaire against Latavius Murray.
That's Edwards-Helaire.
Ooh, Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper.
Adams.
Yeah. That
Who was that?
looks
Who's Adams?
Like,
Who's
that
Adams?
looks like Cripple Me Elmo.
Elmo?
All right,
Elmo it is. I go Elmo.
All right.
Yeah.
And then finally, we have the bottom bowl.
The butt bowl.
The bottom bowl. Parrot Heads versus the Mish.
Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
change your name. You're still.
No, I will.
rocking
I
Veterans
forgot. Shut
Day and
Come on. I got stuff going on like golfing.
which also
Well,
is
maybe you should have
actually
thought of that before you sucked at being a man all your life.
this is actually a really close matchup too in projection.
Give me two guys.
You want to start at quarterback? Where do you want to go?
Let's go RBs.
Let's for your sake, let's choose another position.
Wide receivers.
All right, let's go Justin Jefferson or Michael Thomas. That's a toss-up.
Probably Jefferson at this point.
That's a toss-up.
So I know who I have. I know I have.
Michael Thomas is playing Atlanta this week, which has a horrific defense.
Keep going. One more. Give me RBs. We're good.
Let's go Naheem Hines or Kenyon Drake.
See, this is where it's tough to even vote. So I'm going to vote. I'll go commish. I have to go one time me so I can. I don't. Is that a good seeding in the consolation bracket? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't
Probably
matter.
not.
So this is. I'm going to go me. I'm just going to go me. So I'll go 5-1 is what's going to happen. If that's the last one, right?
Sure.
No, we forgot old man. Old man.
We already got him.
We got him.
DRC.
Oh yeah, DRC. That was a quick. Give me two from old man and DRC. Let me make sure I'm right here.
Bring it. Unless you pick J.K. Dobbins for my team, any other matchup is going to be for me.
Evans versus Chark.
Evans sucks right now. Brady doesn't like Evans. He likes Gronk. He's like, hey, how you get rid of Evans?
Is that my updated team with
Gronk's
Julio?
like, Gronk
and,
stomp.
Yeah.
He's like, can you Gronk stomp it? Gronk stomp. And then Evans doesn't get a ball.
So Chark?
Chark, yeah.
Lockett versus Jones.
Jones.
Julio. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Lockett
you got it right.
DRC. All right.
Lockett's banged up.
Yeah. And Russell's obviously banged up mentally. Okay. That's it. Are we locked?
I think it's a good week.
Anything you guys want to talk about? We want to thank our viewer.
Projected standings. You want to go through those?
Yeah, thanks, Bryce.
I love saying just
for not
just
being
singular.
a part of the league, but giving a fuck.
Yeah, welcome. I mean, you too could do this with more graphics than are necessary and less drops than we should have. But, so thanks for joining the Begion of Loom podcast. We are go ahead. You guys want anything? You guys promote anything? You want to make sure everyone gets where can they find you, Sam?
The refrigerator.
The refrigerator.
All right, Mix, where can they find you?
Same.
All right, DRC, what do you got going on? Promote. You got any shows coming up this week?
Find me at Twitter at Chris D'Elia. And all my shows at BurtKreischer.com.
Make sure you follow the commish at Holochronicles on Twitter.
No. Hey,
we'll see you fuckers later. I don't know. I hit
Where's Flinty? Flinty!
No, I can't believe Flint didn't
Get your
come
ass in here.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Begion of Loom podcast.